The other thing that I think is critically important is asking good questions to draw them out. Right. So that's the other thing that has to be important around projects they're working on, around, yes, things they care about, but also making sure that that balance is tipped much more towards the question asking as opposed to the advice giving.
Yeah. I think so reciprocal, let me just comment on that one. I can't tell you how many leaders have to initiate that disclosure a bit in order to get people comfortable reciprocating back, or initiate that failure or that vulnerability just a tiny bit in order to get the return. And it is the basis of building trust. I open up a little bit, you open up to me, and off we go. Questions. I think we all way underestimate the importance of having a good question. And I like to think that we all should have 5 or 6 questions in our back pocket that you pull out for different questions. So, okay, Darren, what are your favorite questions? You're leading a team. What are your favorite questions?
Oh wow! It depends a little bit on what the team's working on, but trying to ask questions around things like, what are you excited about? What gets you jazzed about this project? When you think about knocking this out of the park, to use an American baseball analogy, what leads to a home run? What would you most like to learn as we go through this project, or this team related activity? Those are questions that are pretty top of mind for me typically. What I would encourage, what I would coach leaders to do is to anticipate where they are with their team, life cycle of a project, for example, what's most challenging, and think about what those questions are that get the energy in a positive direction. Moods are contagious. So how do you get a positive mood even if you need to have a negative conversation?
Okay. So what do you want to learn? What gets you excited? What's going well? What are you proud of? I've took variations on that theme. My
Mm-hmm.
favorite is, what would you do if you had complete control?
That's a good question.
Getting people to think about, not sitting waiting for permission. It's just sort of, what do you think? All right. And then how do we get there? Could we do that? What would that look like? Etc.
Yeah.
And there are books and books and books on this one. I know one of our favorites is Michael Marquardt's Leading with Questions, but I'm also a fan of Bob Tidy's. He's got dozens of books, any number of which are fairly free. So highly recommend some of those questions as well.